Hello and welcome to an overview of the new Google Group system for Imagine Hillsboro. You should have received an email saying that you have been added to a Google group. The example I'll be using is the Parks and Recreation. So I received this email that says I have been added to the Parks and Recreation group. So what that basically means is this is our new mailing list system and way to kind of keep in contact with other members of the committee and with the group at large. So as the new mailing list system, there are really two ways that you can email the whole group, send a message to the whole group. The first is to just send an email. So each group has an email address that contains all the email addresses of the individual committee members. In order to email, you just type in the name of the mailing list. So previously, through the WIU system, it was something like Hillsboro Parks 1-3 at WIU. Now they're an easy to remember system, and each email address is at imaginehillsboro.org. So, for example, Parks and Rec is parksandrec at imaginehillsboro.org. Housing is housing at imaginehillsboro.org. So it's a lot easier to remember, and now we have access to adding and removing members and email preferences, which I'll touch on in a bit. So to send a group email, you just type in the address of the group that you want to send it to. So we're using Parks and Rec, and we'll just type that right in. We'll just call this a test email. Testing the new mailing list system. Thanks. Okay. And then just send it like a regular email. And then the other way to do this is to do it through the group page. So to access the group page, you just click on the link in the email that you received, and it will take you to the group page for the Parks and Rec group. As you can see, the email that I just sent is here, and I misspelled email, as it happens. There's also the minutes are here, and the agenda that was sent out before the meeting is here as well. And each of these will be sorted by conversation within this page. So if there is a reply. The main difference between replying to an email and replying to it on the group page is if you reply on the group page, so if you click on the email, post reply, or click down here where it says reply, and then you reply here, that email will go to the whole group. So this is a reply all function. Whereas if you just reply to the email that you should have received, which it looks like I haven't received it yet, but if you reply to the email, it will only reply to the sender instead of a reply all like the previous system. So that's just something to keep in mind, that, take a look at who you're replying to, and make sure you're replying to the group if you want to, or the individual if you want to do that. So then all the replies that were sent to all will be showcased in this conversation here. To access your group and to change your preferences for receiving the amount of emails you receive, how your display name shows up, etc., on here on the left where it says My Groups, click on that and it will bring up all the groups that you are a member of. So if you are on more than one committee or a member of the coordinating council or anything else, you'll have several groups. Since I'm kind of the coordinator here, I have a member of almost all the groups. So there's a couple things you can change on this page. The main one that you should be sure to change is your display name. So here it just says me-fuller because that's the first part of my email address. Whatever the first part of your email address is what it'll say. So to change that, just click here where it says edit, type in whatever you want it to say, save, and that will show how your emails show up in that forum page. You can also, on this page, change how often you receive emails. So if you only want to receive emails once a day, click digest. If you want to send a bridged email, I believe that will send you up to 25 emails at a time, and no email, which means you won't get any emails, but you'll still have access to the group page. if you don't want any email, you don't want to be a part of it, we're sad to see you go, but you can just click leave this group and you will no longer be a member of the group, no longer receive emails, and no longer have access to the group page. So that is the thing. Only members of the group will have access to the group page. It's not publicly available. So it's a good place to have minutes. If you have pictures to share, you can do that as well. Other documents, conversations that you're having about upcoming events or meetings or whatever. So this is just a nice system. We're going to try it out, see how it works. Does give us more control, a little more organization, and I think there are a lot of really cool things we can do with this new Google Group system.